Hi. Today I want to talk about the people who call me and say, I need a will. And they know they're talking about a last will and testament, and they don't need anything else. Sometimes I'm successful at having them see that they need more. Sometimes I'm not. And yet, it's not all somebody needs. People think that in a will, a last will and testament, they can name that because they name somebody as an executor or a personal representative, that person now has the right to do pretty much anything, even while they're living. I've had people say, well, I named, Susan, my personal representative. Can't she make healthcare decisions for me? No, she cannot. That's a different document. Can they make financial decisions for me? No, they cannot. That's a different document. And in fairness to them, there is no reason for them to know that there are different documents. Generally, what I recommend and have come to recommend in a situation where if you're going to do something now and you don't have an urgent crisis, you're not terminally ill, you're not going in for major surgery, you've just decided to move forward, is I recommend that you do a will, which is the end for after you pass. You do a durable power of attorney for somebody to make financial decisions and apply for government benefits now, if need be. You do a healthcare surrogate, which is the person who makes healthcare decisions for you if you cannot, and who can talk to your doctor, whether you can or cannot, but you've given them the right. So you have somebody to talk to about, what do I do now? What do you think? Please do this for me, whatever. And you have a living will, which is your end of life choices. I've learned that in terms of the most important document for somebody to have in the minds of some attorneys is that durable power of attorney, which gives somebody the right to sell a piece of property, buy a piece of property, access bank accounts, change beneficiaries on a bank account, sometimes even to create a trust, sometimes not. It's a wide gamut. Access digital assets. It's a wide gamut of things that we don't think about until we need it, or oftentimes after we need it. The healthcare surrogate, what I said, give somebody the right to talk to your doctors, make medical decisions if you can't, and you always choose somebody who'll do what you want, not the person who won't do it. What I found is people will appoint one person to be their durable power of attorney because they trust them with their finances, but they wouldn't trust them with a health decision because they're too close to the situation and couldn't make it. I don't believe there's a time when all somebody needs, with the exception of they have all the other documents, is just a last will and testament. Too many loose ends, too many bad things that can happen, too much chance that without at least a long conversation about how do people inherit what you have and knowing that it's in place, that you'll get a last will and testament and wind up calling an attorney and saying, we need to do probate because such and such wasn't done and such wasn't done and such wasn't done. It's a huge risk to take. The other thing that's come up very recently is don't wait. Don't wait. Don't do, I don't have my round to it here. Wait, I do. Don't wait to get around to it. Just recently, I had a client call. He's got older parents. They're both in their late 80s. He's been thinking about getting documents done for them for a while. I met with the parents. I created the documents. We chose a date to get them signed. and his dad had a stroke about 4 days before we were going to do it. His dad's not able yet. He hasn't recovered enough yet to get them signed. Without getting them signed, his son's kind of in a tough position because right now he can't do anything for him, potentially without a hassle. If you're in a situation where you've been thinking about doing your planning, if you're putting it off because it's not a good time, you don't have the money, which, by the way, for most of us, we've never tested, so we have no idea how much it costs. You don't own anything. I haven't said this here for a while. If you hate your family, don't do it because they'll pay a big price, literally and figuratively. If you care about your family, the peace of mind that's generated by just having it done is huge. And I've had more than one person tell me now they can stop worrying because they put it out, they've let it out. Pretty much always, you need more than a last will. Just keep that in mind. Have a great day. Like, comment, share. Thanks a lot.